No more travel restrictions in these European countries. Visit a nation without limitations if you're planning an Easter holiday and don't want to deal with the headache of a COVID test. As a result of the Omicron variant's lesser than expected effects, numerous European governments have eased their restrictions on the drug. Others, however, have opted to do away with the COVID-19 measures entirely. Some countries have done away with pre-travel testing, while others have amended the regulations regarding mask use in public settings. The following are the European nations that have done away with their travel restrictions for the upcoming spring break. Norway. Norway's 1-meter social distancing restriction has been abolished as part of Storre's efforts to bring his nation back to regular daily living, he said in a statement. Travel restrictions have also been lifted, allowing travelers to enter the country without having to provide confirmation of a negative test or vaccination status. Visitors to Svalbard, a remote Norwegian island, no longer had to pass a drug test to enter the archipelago, which was abolished on March 1. Iceland. This Nordic island country, like Norway, lifted all of its COVID-19 requirements in February, making travel as easy as it was before to the outbreak. There are no more COVID-19 procedures in place at the Icelandic border, according to a statement issued by Icelandic officials last month. No matter whether they are vaccinated or not, no COVID-19 preventative measures will be implemented at the border. Vaccination certificates and negative COVID tests are not required for visitors entering Iceland. Within the country's boundaries, limitations on contraband have been lifted. They no longer wear masks or maintain a social distance. In February, Slovenia, a Central European country known for its beautiful lakes, mountains, and ski resorts, lifted its COVID-19 limitations. In a statement, Slovenian officials said that as of February 19, 2022, limitations related to COVID-19 would no longer apply while entering Slovenia. Travelers will no longer be required to quarantine at home as a result of this change, since the RVT, recovered, vaccinated, tested, requirement no longer applies at the border. No vaccination status information is required from visitors. Slovenia, on the other hand, does not need a passenger location form, as do Norway and Iceland. As a result of the abolition of all national regulations, masks are no longer required. Ireland. On Sunday, the Republic of Ireland became the last nation to eliminate all of its COVID-19 travel restrictions. A passenger locator form, confirmation of vaccination or recovery, or a negative COVID test will no longer be required. People with COVID-19 symptoms must continue self-isolate, but no longer use face masks inside. Travelers visiting Ireland will not be required to undergo post-arrival testing or quarantine, according to a statement from Irish officials. A person infected with the COVID-19 virus while in Ireland should be isolated and undergo antigen or PCR testing as necessary, according to the HSE, Health Service Executive. The use of face masks on public transportation is no longer required, although it is strongly advised.